to the mayor, to the city officials in the written letters, but they have not received any response of any kind. So we don't know how we're gonna deal with that, but we have to give them our support somehow. We also have staged some. Well, we have joined rallies to promote the immigration reform. We also have formed a coalition with other organizations in Minneapolis, the Urban League and IRP, Institute for Race and Poverty, and African American organization that we are trying to fight off the segregation in Minneapolis area, St. Paul. And we, Centro Campesino, doing our work here in southern Minnesota in the schools. So we have organized groups on different towns with the students and parents to try to bridge the communication between parents and schools. So because we have so many parents, Latino parents, who don't speak English, and schools are supposed to send information in their language they understand. So, but somehow they have failed to do so. So most of the times they receive the information regarding the children in the schools in English, which they cannot read. So so they get frustrated. They just toss the flyers away, and they never get to know what really need to know about the school procedures and grades, suspension, punishment, whatever. So that's part of what we are doing on Centro Campesino.
Besides, what are some of the other? If you could talk to us about, like, what are some of the other, like, employment or housing issues that members also are having to deal with? You talked about the police harassment, but if you could talk about some of the housing stuff or some of the employment struggles as well.
We have not seen any. We don't know exactly what issues they have regarding the housing and employment in Gaylord, but over here, our members practically, I mean, we don't have that kind of problem so far. But with the coalition that we are working with in Minneapolis area regarding the segregation issues, some of them have brought up the issue. I mean, have traced the problem to the housing, because I think the schools to get funding through the taxes the homeowners pay, and if most of the, I mean, if there is a large population, they lack the housing. I mean, they live in apartments, they live in mobile homes. Their taxes they pay is lower. So the schools where they have the children, they receive less funding. So the schools do not provide a good education to their children.
Do the police just harass the people because they're immigrants or because they're illegals or both or just because they're minorities and they're not white?
Um, we think that there are we have lots of them who are undocumented, but they have children who were born here. So it's kind of
Contradicting.
conflicted situation, you know, because for one side, the police officers might see that like it is their duty to try to get rid of the undocumented people, while when on the other side they are affecting U.S. citizens. So I think this issue goes back to the immigration reform issue totally. So but nonetheless, those people are. They're working. They work. They have their jobs. There's no way they can ask for any federal assistance or anything. So
What about healthcare?
Healthcare, I believe if their children were born here in the U.S., might have healthcare for them, but not for themselves. If they are documented, there's no way they can get any extra medical help except for the one they might have in their workplace.
Question.
Other questions?
Is there a large Latino population in Owatonna?
And I'm talking about is that I think we have a large Latino population, probably about, I don't know, we have not really numbers, but probably about 2,000.
And what kind of work do most of the folks from the Latino community do here in Owatonna?
The majority, I think they work for the factories around town. Also, not the majority are undocumented.
Do they all live in like the same area, like trailer parks and?
Actually, no. They have different housing. But what I have seen is apparently we have in town one low-income school, and the school districts somehow they draw their roads for transportation, or I don't know how they draw the lines for
School